There was a post on Facebook and someone had done a short film. It was about 5 minutes, 6 minutes long. I replied to say what I thought were good points and what I thought needed improving and how I would have edited the piece. I explained about J and L cuts, as well as not really being any movement, no tight shots, no establishing shots. I re-edited one segment, uploaded it on YouTube for this person to see what I was talking about, to show that I'm not just some guy just flaming on a post. I do actually have a sense of what I'm talking about. The easiest way is to show that. She said thank you for the edit. I'm a small artist, so if you wouldn't mind, could you remove your edit? I know you don't mean any copyright infringement, so I obliged. Big conglomerates have stifled creativity, and it's been more of like a machine-driven process of getting the movies out. These companies know that people are going to go and see the movie regardless of how it's going to turn out. The sequel to Thor, I have no idea what they were doing with that script. Nothing in my mind is memorable compared to the first Thor. Kind of ties in with what I call the informational revolution right now, where before we had the industrial revolution and now it's Twitter, Facebook, Tumblr, Instagram, to name a few, where everyone's information is just up there and everyone can retweet, reply, forward in an instant. Whatever you release out into the world now, I don't think you can really claim ownership anymore, because your art piece, you had an initial idea and you want to release that to the world. So you want the world to enjoy what you've produced. Now, if someone comes along and tweaks it a little bit, you should be appreciative of that. That's my personal feeling. And you shouldn't be like these big companies which say, oh, cease and desist. For small artists who don't have any representation, I don't feel that that's a good way to start out. For someone to take a piece of art and reimagine it, that's not a bad thing. That's a positive thing. That's showing our future generations that this whole idea of copyright and protecting your artistic license, it's showing them that in order to be creative, one must let go of outside influences and criticisms and praise as well. Andy Warhol, probably his most famous set of paintings were the Campbell soup tins. Did Campbell sue him for replicating an image? No. Hip-hop artists, they take samples from musical tracks way back when in order to create their beats. Now, if that wasn't done, the whole hip-hop movement would not happen. In this day and age, yes, there are many people that just criticize work and don't do anything about it. We're not talking about those ones. We're talking about the people that can actually improve your work in their eyes, because the way we have structured information these days, anyone can look at anything at any time from anywhere in the world. That just wasn't possible back in the day. So we should take advantage of this. Outside of your environment, there are so many creative people out there. And if they take a spin on something that you've done, appreciate that. And think to yourself, wow, I never thought of it that way. That was very creative of them. Not this, oh my God, I can't believe you did that. This kind of butthurt feeling about protecting your work. We can't act like that these days. We need to teach the younger generation that whatever they release out digitally doesn't belong to them anymore. It belongs to the world. To conclude, whatever you release out into the world, let it go. Yes, you created that. However, if someone sees that, appreciates it, and does a spin on it, think to yourself, I affected that person in order to be creative. And that is a positive in this world. I'm completely ignoring the people that troll, that flame, that post derogatory comments about some work for no reason other than to get a reaction out of you. The younger generation now are so sensitive to that any form of criticism, constructive or not, they deem could be a form of trolling and could be a form of flaming. Therefore, they're not open to the idea that their precious piece of work has been somewhat tampered with.